We good? It's Live with Kristy Wednesday. I wasn't here last week. I'm so excited to be back here in 2024. Happy New Year. Yay! Audio. Can you hear me? Somebody said what happened to audio. Hold on, y'all. What's happening? My picture went away too. Can y'all see me and hear me? My picture went away too. Can y'all see me and hear me? I can't see my screen. See, my screen's blank. I don't see me. I'm sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties all the time. I know, I guess I don't need to see me. Can see and hear. Everybody says they can see and hear. Okay. As long as y'all can see and hear me. I don't know. It's not popping up on my screen, but it's okay. All right. So anyway, hello, Dean. How are you? Hello, Phantasm Love. Ooh, I like that name, Phantasm Lovecraft. I hope you're having a most excellent day too. Hello, JB. Hello, Lester. Hello, Tony. Hello, David. Let's see, who else we got in here? Hello, Glenn, Jeremy, Trico, Ryan. Hello, what's up, Ryan? Nightmare Groupie. Hey, guys. So welcome back to Live with Kristy. I missed y'all last week, but I was out of town in Alabama, spending some time with my daughter and my best friend, Noah. I had a great time in Alabama. We went to Nashville and went shopping and I feel like all I've done the past couple of weeks is eat. Like Christmas Day, I swear I cooked breakfast, I cooked lunch, I cooked dinner. I feel like that's all I did. But yeah, I had a great time. I haven't really watched anything new, so I really don't have anything new to talk about. I have two things I'll somewhat talk about. But this show is going to be about my top 10 favorite horror movies of 2023. And as you can tell, I have about 7 of them sitting right here in front of me. The other 3 movies, there's no DVD or no Blu-ray or anything yet, I don't think. So, and I don't know one of them, I'm not sure if there will be. But anyway, hello, Zombie Momsen. Hello, Elaine. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hey, Fred. Thank you, Fred. You know what for. Thank you so much. Hello, Henry from Iowa. Hello, Scott. Hello. I'm so excited to do this list. Okay, so I never do lists. Like, I don't do lists throughout the year or anything of that nature. It's just, lists are just not my thing. But I will do them at the end of the year to do my top 10. So I'll talk about those, and then I did just a small list of my favorite Tubi originals. Since I'm always reviewing Tubi originals with y'all, I had to do I did top 3. So my top 3 of those, and everybody has Tubi, so if you haven't watched my top 3, go watch them. And then I'll talk a little bit about what movies I am excited for 2024. We don't have any new products to show. Nothing new has came out in the past few weeks or anything, with the holidays and all that. So I don't have any new products to show. So I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope everybody had a happy holidays. Tell me in the comments, what was your favorite movie of 2023? I want to know. I know some of y'all's. Everybody has different tastes, so everybody's different with their favorite. I'm pissed about they're doing the Mickey Mouse. Oh, you're pissed about that they're doing Mickey Mouse? That's on my list. Table made it to your top 10. Okay, awesome. Facebook, what? Facebook did what? Evil Dead Rise, Video Game of 2, yep. Suitable Flesh was good. Where Evil Lurks was good. Scream 6 was your favorite. Of course, Scream 6. Yeah, Suitable Flesh isn't on my list, but that was a fucking awesome movie with Barbara Crampton. Where Evil Lurks is not on my list either, but that was an awesome movie too. That was actually in Brian's list. So make sure you watch the Nightmare podcast on Friday, and you can hear my list, and you can hear Brian's list too. Our lists, some of our movies are similar, but he had some different ones on his list than I did though too. So we had a great conversation about our favorite movies and what we are excited for. So make sure you watch the Nightmare podcast on Friday. All right. So let's get into it. So my favorite movie of the year, if you don't already know or have not figured it out, is, drumroll, Saw 10, Saw X. That was my favorite of the year. Reason being, I am a big Saw fan. I understand there's people out there that don't like the Saw movies at all. That's fine. That's cool. I am a huge fan of the Saw movies. I love the franchise. And so I was very excited for this movie. And it delivered, in my opinion. Going back to the story with John Kramer and Amanda, this kind of takes place between like 1 and 3, maybe. Everybody says 1 and 2. I just say 1 and 3. But it was a very creative story. I absolutely loved it. It was very smart. I loved all the gore and the traps and everything that's happening. I thought it was fantastic, because I didn't really care for Spiral very much, and then Jigsaw was a little bland for me as well. So this was a very nice surprise. So Saw X is my favorite. Into a slasher. I know. Well, they're doing a lot of the iconic creations into slasher movies. We're just going to have to get used to that, I think. You've got the Winnie the Pooh, the part 2's coming out. They're doing Peter Pan. They're doing Bambi. Yeah. Cobweb, Sacrifice Game. Yep. Hey, Robert. How are you? Before I get started on the rest of my list, though, I want to give a big shout out. So as you can tell, I am wearing this cute little beanie, little beanie hat. I'm giving a shout out to my cousin Kelly and her son. Her son Kyle has his own website business, and it is called Prepared Company, as you can see on this hat, if you can see that. If you'd like to go follow Prepared Company on Instagram, he does have an Instagram. And I have a little bit of a synopsis of what Prepared Company is all about, and I'm going to read that to you really quick. Prepared Company is based on the old adage, don't rest on your laurels, meaning do not get complacent once you have achieved a goal. The circular nation of the logo shows success is not a linear path, but to keep going. Our products are a reminder to keep hustling and achieving. So that's their synopsis, and if you'd like to go follow, please do. Prepared Company on Instagram. So thank you very much. Just wanted to give a big shout out to my cousin Kelly and her son Kyle. So there you go. I'm wearing all new stuff too. I'm having fun with my outfit today. Can I show everybody my outfit really quick? Because I feel really super cute today. Hello, Dan. How are you? Hello, Phil. How are you? Daniel. Lemon laced. Ooh, I like that name. Lemon laced. I love lemons. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for Teletubbies, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the Power... Are you serious? Are there really plans for Teletubbies and Powerpuff Girls? Oh, Jesus Christ. Teletubbies could be interesting. Okay, so my outfit today, I feel very cute. There might be a video later. I know you can't see all of me, though. So, boots are new. Philip bought me new boots for Christmas, so I got new boots, if you can see those. And then The leggings are new. My daughter got me these for Christmas. So new leggings. And then I bought the little sweater when I went shopping. The tank top is old. That's not new. But I bought the little sweater. And then my earrings are new. They came from a friend of mine bought these for me for Christmas. So I think they're on my Amazon wish list. So I'm liking my little outfit today. Just thought I'd show y'all. Sorry. Fashion moment. But I do want to say thank you to everybody who sent me a Christmas card or a Christmas gift from my Amazon wish list. I really, really, really appreciate that. I had a whole bunch yesterday since I wasn't here last week. It kind of accumulated after Christmas too. So I opened a whole bunch of stuff yesterday as well. I still haven't posted all of the movies I've gotten. I got a lot of movies this year for Christmas, between everybody buying me movies and then me buying myself movies. I got a lot of movies. I haven't posted everything. So yeah, but thank you very much for everybody who sent me a Christmas gift and sent me or Nightmare Toys a Christmas card. I really appreciate that. Very sweet of y'all. Hello, Davy. How are you? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hello, Mike. Mike, you sent a Christmas card, didn't you? Thank you. I don't think I got to thank you for your Christmas card. Thank you. I'm glad you like the top. I really appreciate that. See, I'm not... Oh, Happy New Year to you, Child's Play. Chucky, how are you? I wasn't real crazy. Thank you for the Christmas card, Mike. I really appreciate that. I wasn't crazy about Winnie the Pooh. So I'm not like real excited for the second movie. Just gonna put that out there. We'll see what they do with Bambi and Peter Pan. Do y'all know that? Okay, so I was not, and I'm sure I've mentioned this before, I was not a girl that watched Disney movies. I was a girl that watched horror movies. So I've never seen Bambi. Yeah. I think out of like Disney movies, like those Disney movies, like the old stuff, I've seen Snow White once. And I don't think I've seen anything else. I don't think I've seen any of those older movies except for Snow White. I don't remember. Yeah, I just wasn't a Disney person, a Disney princess person. Now, I like Disney World. I've been to Disney World when I was a kid, and I love all that and the rides and all that stuff. But as far as, like, watching the movies or wanting to be a princess or dressing up as or any of that, like, girly stuff, that was not me. Just saying. And no, I'm not drinking a beer. I'm drinking Liquid Death. It looks like beer. Hello, Israel. How are you? Oh, hey. Oh, hey. So, Kyle, your name is Lemon Laced. Yay. I love that. I love lemons. Yes, of course. Thank you very much for the hats. I appreciate it. Thank you. Owl and Tigger and Blood and Honey. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see the second Blood and Honey. I will watch it, but it's not something I'm excited for at all. Okay, let's get to the list. Let's get back to the list, y'all. Okay, so I didn't put my list in order. Brian did when we were on the podcast, so I tried hard to put mine in order. It's hard for me to do that because there's so many movies I love. It's hard to say, okay, well, this is my second, this is my third. Because, like, about 4 or 5 of them are, like, my favorites. So, yeah. And now I can't even remember what I just said in the podcast and how it went. What would be my second and third. Okay. I'm not going to go in order because I can't remember how it went when I did it on the podcast. So, let's just talk about... Okay, so top 10. What do I want to talk about next? Okay, number 2... I think I said Megan was my number 2. Yeah. Didn't I say Megan was my number 2? I think I did. Yeah. So, love Megan. I know that particular movie, it's like some people liked it, some people didn't. I am into dolls and doll movies. I love my Chucky. I love my dolls. Mommy Dearest. I love all, not Mommy Dearest, but Dolly Dearest. Why did I say Mommy Dearest? Dolly Dearest. I loved all movies. So I really enjoyed Megan. I thought it was very smart and creative and something a little new. And I just had fun with it. I mean, do I think it could have been rated R and put a little more stuff in it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But they didn't do that. So here we are. But I really enjoyed it. I freaking love that movie. And I've watched it several times already. And if I watch a movie more than once, then I really enjoyed it. So, and I had her sign my Blu-ray too. She was very sweet girl. So I just thought it was something innovative, and I think Megan is giving us a new character in the horror to love. We have tons of dolls that we already love. So I just think that she's just a new one now. We had Annabelle was one of our newest dolls, right? So now we have Megan, and I love it. I love Megan. Hello, everybody. We do need a Chucky versus Megan movie. I do. I would be down for that. I'd be totally down for that. Oh, yay. Hey, Gruesome Magazine. How are you? Movie, Tim. It's something like Megan. Oh, no, I have not heard about that, Mike. I have not heard about that. That's interesting. Okay. So is it going to be like a boy doll then? I'm interested in that. Okay, number 3. What did I say was my number 3? I think Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think I said Thanksgiving was my number 3. I loved Thanksgiving. If you know me, I love my slasher movies. I like just my simple, fun slasher movies. That is my favorite. I was very excited for Thanksgiving. I think we all were excited for Thanksgiving. And then that movie delivered very well, too. So, yeah, Thanksgiving is my number 3. I think Megan and Thanksgiving are kind of like equal, really, in a way. But, yeah, that was just a fun one. It was fun to see Patrick Dempsey. I loved him in it. It was a good cast. Great fun kills. And it gives us a new movie to watch at Thanksgiving now. So, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites. I can't wait to add that one to my collection. Haven't seen... Oh, you must watch Thanksgiving. Are things happening? No, there's still no picture of me, but I don't need a picture of me. I just need to see everybody's comments. It'll be okay. Who cares about me? We always have technical difficulties every time we do this. I don't know why. It's really weird. It's fine. I don't need to see me. It's okay. There you go. Did you hear? Yeah, we don't know what's going on with Scream 7. We kind of talked about that a little bit on the podcast, too, when we discussed Scream 6. So, a nice double feature. Yeah, that is a nice double feature. You are correct. Hello, Derek. How are you, Derek? I didn't like, though, it is a nice double feature, but I'll tell you this. I didn't really care for It's a Wonderful Knife as much as I wanted to, though. And we did do the podcast on the movie before I went on vacation. But, yeah, that one kind of fell short for me. My favorite holiday horror would have been There's Something in the Barn. I loved that one. I thought that was totally fun. So... Okay, so 4th movie, we're going with... Boom! Cocaine Bear. Ha! Okay. I don't know if not everybody has watched Cocaine Bear, but no one really talks about it. It's like everybody was talking about it in the little moment when it came out, and then it's like no one has talked about it ever again. I fucking love this movie, okay? And it's based on a true story. Just a little bit. It's based on the true story. There is a documentary out. I'm not sure where was the documentary. I think it was on Peacock. I think it's Peacock, right? Or Screenbox. Peacock or Screenbox, whichever one this is streaming on. I can't remember. But there is a documentary too, so I highly suggest that so you can get the true story on what's going on. But this movie, I thought, delivered everything. Number one, it's something completely fucking new. And then you get action, you get gore, you get comedy, you get a little of everything into this movie. And I just had total fun with it. And I don't think enough people are talking about it. So I loved it. And I have the Funko Pops. I wish I would have brought my Funko Pops with me, but I didn't. So yeah, that's my number 4, y'all. Love Cocaine Bear. What are y'all saying? Sorry. We still looking for the ultimate Chucky head pizza face. Oh. Yeah, I have no idea when that's going to come out. Are you talking about from which company? Because there's Mezco Chuckies, there's the Trick or Treat Studios Chuckies, which aren't happening anymore because of NECA. And then there's NECA. So which one are you talking about? So I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Okay, next. Where am I at? 5? My 5th movie, I'm going with Wrath of Becky. This is another movie that came out this year nobody is talking about. Nobody. This is so good. You have to go watch Becky and then watch this one. And that's a great day for you. I'm telling you, it's a great double feature. The first one, you've got Kevin James, and this one you have Sean William Scott, who played Stifler in the American Pie movies. So with these, again, you have action, you have gore, you have a little bit of comedy. But you do probably need to watch Becky first before watching this one so you can kind of get her story and what's going on, because that kind of goes into this one. But it's really cool how they take a comedian, like in the first one you have Kevin James, and then this one you have Sean William Scott, how they take a comedian and they're not comedic in these. They are mean, they are assholes, they are the bad guys, and it's so freaking cool to see them that way than seeing them how we're used to seeing them in comedies, especially Kevin James in the first one. So when this came out this year, it made me want to go and watch Becky, and I love both movies. I just recently bought them on Amazon, and I highly, highly, highly recommend Wrath of Becky. I would like to say this. I do feel like everybody just always just keeps talking about the big mainstream movies. Everybody just keeps talking about Scream 6, and everybody just keeps talking about Evil Dead Rise, or even Terrifier 3, which hasn't even came out yet. That is on my list for movies I'm excited for, but I can tell you right now, I'm very burnt out on Santa Art the Clown. I got a little burnout on Art the Clown as much as I did Michael Myers, just because it's just what everybody posts all day long, every day. Art the Clown, Michael Myers. Art the Clown, Michael Myers. Art the Clown, Michael. It's like, I'm over it. Let's talk about some other movies. These other movies that came out this year that were fantastic. That's what I want to talk about. So I am a little over Art the Clown at the moment, just a little bit, but I'm still excited for Terrifier 3 next year. I just want to put that out there. I just wanted to say that. All right, cool. Hello, Spartan. How are you? Is about a humanoid. Oh, okay. Well, that could be cool. Let's see. Becky was awesome. See, I told you. Oh, that's a good 4K. I'm not a big fan of Rosemary's Baby, but that's a good 4K though. There was. Thank you so much. GFOX-1. He just made a comment. There was so much quality released last year, and there was tons of quality movies, even independent movies. Some of the Tubi movies that I watched were very good. But yeah, I mean, everybody just wants to talk about like the main stuff all the time. So, yeah. I am fantastic. Thank you for asking, Spartan. All right, so please go watch Wrath of Becky. I want everybody to watch Becky and Wrath of Becky. Those are some hidden gems right there. I'm telling you. Super fun. And I totally just fell in love with her. So, number 6. What did I say was number 6? I think I said Scream 6 was my number 6. Another movie I was excited for that came out and totally delivered. I did like it better than part 5, honestly. But I think it delivered. I really liked it being in New York. I didn't know if I was going to like that or not because you think of New York, Manhattan, you just always think, okay, Jason did that first. And I'm like, okay, how is this going to go? It went excellent in my opinion. They did a fantastic job. If we don't get a part 7, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the way they ended part 6. And I love Kirby. Having Kirby come back was my favorite thing about it, to be honest with you. I have a very small crush on Hayden and Kirby. I love her. I love the character. I love Hayden Panettiere. I think she's adorable. So I was very happy to see her come back, and I loved how they had her come back and put into the movie. So yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised with Scream 6. Loved it. So that would be my number 6. Let's see. Oh, I love to see the earrings you made, Lester. Send me a picture. It's a huge, yep. Bambi's very good. Looks like it was just filmed yesterday. It looks so good. Oh, really? I didn't pick up the 4K of the Warriors, y'all. Oh, why did I not do that? Now I'm upset with myself. I'm so upset that I didn't do that. Okay, so I recently, when I went to Alabama, I don't know if y'all seen the picture, but I went to Best Buy. We all know that Best Buy is getting rid of physical media. Walmart and Target are right behind them. And already here in Vegas, there's no movies at the Best Buy at all. But every time I go back to Huntsville, Alabama, that's where to go. All of the 4Ks are there. When I went, I picked up a nice stack of movies. I posted them in my Instagram, and I did see The Warriors. They had the whole like box set thing there. And why I didn't grab it, I don't know. I should have. I did tell my daughter that I was like, if you want present ideas for next year, I want this. And I remember her taking a screenshot of it. So, let's see. Oh, hello, Cody. How are you? Hello, Israel. How are you? What are my thoughts on the new movie coming up in theaters, Night Swim? Well, I will tell you that next week because we are actually going to be covering Night Swim next week for the podcast. So I'll discuss it next week here on the live. So I'm excited to go watch that and see what that's going to be all about. All right, number 7. My number 7 movie is an independent movie. I do not have it here. It was an Amazon movie this year. I really, really love this movie. Had tons of fun with it. Totally Killer. I loved Totally Killer. Please go watch that on Amazon. I'm not sure if Amazon will put that on Blu-ray or not. I hope they do. I would love it. But basically, it's like a Back to the Future slasher movie. It's freaking awesome. This girl's mom dies, and she ends up going back in time to try to stop the killer from going on a killer spree, and then, other things happen within the movie. So much fun. A lot of comedy in it. Love all of the 80s stuff, was so spot on. Loved all of that. I just had a ton of fun with this movie. So I highly recommend it. Love it. The only thing that I kind of got just a little irritated with the movie, just a little. I mean, nothing major for me to like say anything bad about the movie. But with it being in the 80s, and then we are now here, there are things that people would say or talk about in the 80s that you necessarily like wouldn't like say it like that now, in a way, or wouldn't say those things now, or wouldn't necessarily have those types of conversations now because everybody's all woke. So the main girl in the movie does kind of like interrupt everybody in the 80s when they're talking and like corrects them. And that happens throughout the movie. And after a while, it kind of irritated me just a little bit, only because, I mean, just let the 80s be the 80s. We didn't know anything back then. That's just how it was. And that's how we talked. And that's how things just were. So let's not try to change what were. We can change it now. But so that was just a little irritation with me with the movie. But other than that, it didn't bother me that much. But I know it bothered some people a lot because I discussed it with other people. But yeah, she just kind of goes out and like tries to correct everybody in the 80s and freaks out when they say something that you shouldn't be saying now or whatever. But it was funny. To me, it was funny. So, okay. Yeah, the killer's mask was great. The whole thing about that. And then there's not a lot of people talking about Totally Killer, and it was so good. And for the box set of Warriors. Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, again, everybody just kind of kept talking about, you know, Scream, and then we went into the year still talking about Halloween Ends and all this stuff. It's like, let's talk about some other stuff that came out. That's awesome. Thank you, Derek. I'm glad you like Totally Killer. It seems like everybody liked Totally Killer. Yeah. Cool. That was a good one. Okay, next. Number 8. What did I say was my number 8? I think I said Cobweb was my number 8. Here's Cobweb. Here is Cobweb. Now, this is a movie I put on my list because, and I'm sure there's tons of movies I have watched, even more that I loved, but I just can't remember everything that I've watched. But Cobweb was a nice surprise. So that's why I put it on the list, because I feel like not a lot of people were talking about Cobweb either. Just something different, a new little story. It had its creepy little moments. I just thought it was really good. So I highly suggest Cobweb. I'm not exactly sure where that's streaming. Is it streaming anywhere yet? I'm sure it is, right? I don't know. But I do recommend that. Just give it a try. Thanks. See, there you go. Y'all like Cobweb too. Yay. See, I didn't expect it to be as good either. And that's why I put it on my list. Just for something a little different to talk about. Thank you, Lester. I like my hat too. So number 8 is Evil Dead Rise. So there's my Evil Dead Rise. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I love that they go serious and dark and gory as hell in this. I was also pleasantly surprised by it. I was not real excited for it. Everybody was excited for this movie. Everybody was talking about it. And I wasn't one of those that was real excited for it. When I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, it just looks like another basic whatever possession movie that we already have seen, and so I wasn't excited for it because of the trailer. But then when I went and watched it, obviously, okay, I liked it a whole lot better than watching the trailer. It delivered for me. There were some really some insane moments that happened in the movie, and you know, real true Evil Dead fans love Ash, you know, and I know some people don't like these new movies. They don't like the serious gore stuff. They like the Evil Dead movies that are more comedy. And I do too. I happen to like both. I really do. But I do, for my taste, because I'm into, you know, slasher movies and gore. I love gore. Gore does not bother me. Give me all the gore you want. I'm cool with it. I kind of like them going with the serious route with the Evil Dead movies. I think that it kind of should be that way, in a way. Don't hate me. I still love Ash, and I still love the original Evil Dead, so don't get me wrong. It's a classic. You can never go wrong with that. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe I like the gore and the seriousness a little more. Now, I'm not a fan of Army of Darkness. We all know that. I've said that before. I hate that movie. That's way too cheesy for me. Way too off the rails. And I've never liked Army of Darkness. So that's just me. Yeah, I liked Insidious Red Door. I just bought that too. Hello, Destiny. How are you? I hope you had a good holidays. Good Happy New Year. Let's see. I'm behind on my... You hate Army of Darkness too, Michael? Oh, yay. Somebody else hates it just like me. It was on Hulu. Okay, yeah. Cobweb was on Hulu. Yeah. I knew it was somewhere. I am excellent. I'm doing very good. Thank you for coming in and joining the show. I really appreciate that. It's just another demon possessed maybe. That's okay. Yeah. See, I liked, if we're going to go with these types of movies, I did like this a whole lot better than I did the Exorcist movie. So. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're not a fan of Army of Darkness either. See? Yay, more people don't like Army of Darkness. I always get so much shit for that from people when I say I don't like Army of Darkness, or when I say I don't like Shaun of the Dead. I get so much shit for it. Oh well, whatever. All right, and so my last movie, my number 10, another movie I hardly ever seen anybody talk about. I've seen a few people talk about it. Influencer. That was an independent movie. So freaking good. I thought it was excellent. There were some moments in the movie that were a little draggy. It kind of dragged at moments. But once you get to the end too, and you get the little twist and you see what's actually going on and all this stuff, I thought it was phenomenal. Basically, you have an influencer, a content creator, this girl who's a huge influence on social media. And she goes on vacation and befriends another girl, only to find out that this other girl is insane. Like completely insane. And you find out what happens between their friendship and everything else throughout the movie. And I just thought it was really, really good. Again, I put it on my list because it was a movie that not everybody was talking about. Sometimes when I do stuff like this, I do some things intentional. Again, I'm sure that there's other movies I may have enjoyed even more than Influencer that I didn't put on my list. I just can't remember everything that I watched. But I wanted to put some movies on here that, of course, that are highly mainstream, that everybody knows about and that everybody has seen. And then I wanted to put a few movies, like Totally Killer and Influencer, on here that, not a lot of people do talk about. and I really loved those. So maybe if you haven't seen them, take me up on that and go watch them. What is influencer on? Shoot, I think Hulu. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. And then one of the main. Let me get to it. And here we go. That actually came out. Well, actually, it was a movie from last year, but it came out this year though. Let's see. On IMDb it says AMC, but I feel like I watched it somewhere else. I thought it was Hulu or something though. Is it on Prime? Okay, it's on Prime too. But yeah, that was really good. And then the actress Cassandra Nod, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. I sure hope I am. She was just in the new Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Knife. So she's in this movie, Influencer. So if you liked It's a Wonderful Knife, you may like Influencer. She played Karen in It's a Wonderful Knife. She was like the girlfriend or wife. I'm not sure if they were. I couldn't decipher if they were married or if they were just girlfriends. But yeah, so she's in that. So I thought that was pretty good. All right, what are y'all saying? Shudder also. Maybe that's where I watched it at, was Shudder. So many freaking streaming services. I can't keep them up. Yes, I have seen When Evil Lurks. We actually reviewed that when it came out, and I really enjoyed that too. That is actually on Brian's list, When Evil Lurks. That was very good. I should have done like a top 20. Because there's several more I could have said. I really liked The Voyage of the Demeter. I didn't really know much about that movie. I didn't know that it was just a chapter in a book, but it is. And I was pleasantly surprised by that movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed The Haunting of Venice. That was really good. I had never seen the other movies, and that made me want to go watch the other two, Murder on the Orient Express and Murder on the Nile, right? Yeah. And I enjoyed those. And then I watched Haunting in Venice again, and I actually enjoyed it more the second time around because I watched the other two. Like, I did all three in a row. That was a nice binge watch one day. So I liked that movie. There's several movies I liked. Little Sleepwalkers poster for Christmas. Ooh, I'm going to see. Oh, Murder Size. Murder Size was great, of course. No, I'm not leaving Murder Size out. Murder Size was awesome. I like Murder Size, and I like Drew. They're about to do, I don't know if y'all know this. I don't know if I can even, they've already posted about it. But AP Films, who did Murder Size, are going to be doing another movie called Only Fangs. Haha. Yes, Only Fangs. You can look them up they're on Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure they're on Facebook. I'm just not on Facebook. And they have a whole synopsis of what Only Fangs is going to be about. But I do have the script. So hopefully I might be in that movie. I don't know. But they did ask me about it, and they did send me the script. So we shall see. We shall see. Five Nights at Freddy was okay. Like, it was okay for me. I bought the movie for my daughter for Christmas, and she was very excited, but she's the big Five Nights at Freddy fan, so. Oh, thank you. Okay, Cody. I can't wait to see. Yes, Mickey's Mousetrap. I was going to talk about that in a minute, too. Yeah, yep. Oh, you're good. How are you doing, Rigor Mortis? Yeah, I'm going to talk about that, the Mickey's. So let's move on to my Tubi originals. I only have 3. I just did the top 3 because it's not like there's a whole lot of those on there, and I'm not watching all of the Tubi originals that come out. But my top 3, number 1 is The Last Exit. I just reviewed that movie, I feel like it was about a month ago. It's been recent. They just put that one on Tubi. It's actually an older movie, but it was just released as a Tubi original. So, and it's a psychological horror, and I loved it. That is my absolute favorite Tubi original for this year. Highly recommend that movie. And it was I actually enjoyed it more than some of the other mainstream movies that came out this year too. So, hey, go Tubi. And then my other two movies are Scouts movies. Scout Taylor Compton, Captive being my number 2, and Bury the Bride being my number 3. So those are my top 3 Tubi originals. So go watch those. She bought original behind the scenes photos too. Wow, that's awesome. That's a cool gift. It is. It is about a vampire social media app. You are totally correct. On them releasing Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Not sure if you're familiar with her case. I am very familiar with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Ha! Very familiar with her. I'm very intrigued by her story. Anything on Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I am watching. Yeah, so any documentaries or movies on that, I will be watching. What a crazy story that is. I'm not even sure how to even talk about that story because, I mean, you know, her and her boyfriend did something awful, but, I mean, the mom was doing extremely awful things, so it's kind of like, you know, yeah. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by her story. And I love her name, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. There was actually a very famous burlesque dancer back in the day called Gypsy Rose Lee. And there are movies called Gypsy on Gypsy Rose Lee. So there's your little fun fact if you didn't know that. Scout is awesome. I love Scout. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was fun seeing them. Hello, Patrick. How are you? Check out Cavette on Shudder. Okay, I'll check that one out. Natalia Speaks is a good one too. Okay, I'll check that one out too. Hell yeah. All right. Some other things to mention that I really liked. Documentaries. The Chucky documentary this year was really good. The RoboCop documentary was insanely good. So I highly recommend those. TV series that I really liked, The Haunting in Hill House. That was my absolute fave. That was so, so, so good. What else? I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So let me ask everybody this. Is Valentine Bluffs on y'all's top 10 movies for this year? I had to put that in there. Valentine Bluffs came out Valentine's in 2023. I like pizza. No one that's seen Valentine's Bluff are going to be like, what the hell is she talking about? I love pizza, right? All right. Anyway, you can watch Valentine Bluffs on YouTube. I was in that movie if y'all don't know. Okay, so movies I'm excited for. So we were already talking about in the chat. I like pizza. Hey, Chris. I need to get those stickers made. Yes, and Blanchard is a famous last name in wrestling. Yes, you are correct. NECA needs to make Valentine. Actually, so JB, I can tell you this. I'm called Hellcamp Teen Nightmare. Oh, I may. Oh, wait. Hellcamp Teen Nightmare. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I might have to check that out. Where is that streaming? So Valentine Bluffs figures. I don't know if this is still happening. I have to ask Thomas. Thomas Smith is the one that wrote and directed the movie. He had, hello Adam, how are you? Thank you for joining in. Tom had contacted me a while back, months ago, saying that they were going to get some like figures made for Valentine's Bluff, just like limited edition type figures. My hair's all crazy. Okay. And so they would look like reaction figures, that type of figure, like a Super 7 reaction figure. It'd be like that. And he was asking about like mine, and mine would be like my glasses. And if you've seen the movie, you would understand that. So it wouldn't necessarily be a figure of me. It would be a pair of glasses. And I think that's really cool and really cute. There's companies out there like Death by Toys and stuff, and they make their own like really funny figures that are just totally off the wall and crazy. And so that's kind of like the idea behind that. But he's making figures of everybody. So I don't know if that's still happening, but it was discussed a while back. So we'll see. That'll be fun if it does. Hello, Liam. Hello, Australia. How y'all doing in Australia? Okay, so movies I'm excited for. Mickey's Mousetrap. We were just talking about that earlier. They talked about that on the news yesterday. It was all over the news, them doing this Mickey's Mousetrap movie. I was like, okay, that looks intriguing. We'll see how that goes. So kind of excited for that. Saw 11, of course, I'm excited for. Duh. Terrifier 3, I'm excited for. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of was getting a little bit over Art the Clown. I think everybody's kind of died down the whole Santa Art the Clown thing now that the holidays are over. But that was getting a little bit much. It's like, okay, we're going to do this next year. I get everybody's excited, y'all. I get it. I know. Imaginary. I'm excited for that. We're going to have some type of killer teddy bear or something, maybe. That could be interesting. The First Omen. I'm excited for that. I like the Omen movies. Interested in seeing what they will do for a prequel with those. I think that's what this is going to be. A prequel, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Do I think they will make another Bloody Valentine movie? I'm not sure. I don't know. Basically, if you haven't watched Valentine Bluffs, basically Valentine Bluffs is a direct sequel to the original My Bloody Valentine. So, if you like My Bloody Valentine, go check out Valentine Bluffs. Yeah, it's a prequel. Okay. I thought it was. I'm down for any Omen movies. Maxine, I think we're all excited for. When X came out, I didn't like it as much as everybody else did at first. It had to grow on me because I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous what it was about at first. I just laughed at it and I was just like, what? This old lady's going nuts because she needs something in her life. She needs a man in her life. And that's what it's about. But then, Pearl came out. That was really good. I actually enjoyed Pearl more. The best thing for me about X was Brittany Snow. She's hot. She was very hot in this. Very sexy. So that was the best part of X for me. But yeah, I'm excited for Maxine. So we'll see what happens with that. I like how they did the triple X in there for the title. That's pretty cool. I I know this movie is going to be stupid. I already know it's not going to be good. But I'm excited for it because I just have to see what they're going to do. Witchboard, because I'm a huge fan of Witchboard. I watched Witchboard religiously when I was a kid. Still do. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that movie. Love every moment of it. TTFN. You'll know what I mean if you watch Witchboard. So I'm kind of excited to see what the hell they're going to do with a new Witchboard. But then again, it's probably not going to be as exciting. What happened to my screen? Oh, there we go. Got it. Sorry. So Witchboard, if that happens. And then The Conjuring Last Rites. I'm excited for that because I do like the Conjuring movies. The Conjuring movies are my thing. So I'm excited for another one. We'll see what happens with that. And then I'm sure there's several more movies that are not on my list that I'm excited for. But that's just what I wrote down for now. So what are y'all excited for? Please tell me. Casey Anthony's parents are doing the detector test on A&E, and I am totally watching that. I am all about some Casey Anthony too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I've watched everything on Casey Anthony that there is. Yeah. You dislike X? See? She needs some milk. Yeah, she needs some milk, all right. Yes, Witchboard and The Last Drive-In was awesome. And yes, of course, the rest of the Chucky season, of course. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Chucky and what else was I watching? That American Horror Story. That's right. I was like, what was the other dang series I was watching, and I cut it off? American Horror Story and Chucky, the season 3 of Chucky. Yes. Gotta watch those. All right. I mean, so what are y'all excited for this year? I know a lot of people's been talking about Maxine and Terrifier 3. And I just now started seeing everybody talk about Mickey's Mousetrap. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's really about it. That's my list. And I'm excited to see what 2024 can bring us for horror movies. I'm excited to see what Tubi's going to bring us, and you know what's going to happen for 2024. So we don't have any sales coming up since we had a whole bunch of sales for the holidays, which I would like to say thank you very much to everybody who bought something during one of our sales. We had our pre-Christmas sale, then we had our after Christmas sale, and then we had our New Year's Eve sale. So thank you everybody for purchasing something during our sales. I appreciate that. Our next big holiday, I guess, is Valentine's Day. So I'm sure we'll have some Valentine's Day sales. And then our next convention is in February, and it's Creep-IE-Con in California. So if you're going to Creep-IE-Con, I will see you there. They're doing the whole screencast is going to be there. A bunch of people from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, and all the people from Sons of Anarchy. So that's kind of interesting. Sons of Anarchy, Texas Chainsaw, and Scream. Cool. So that's happening. So we'll see everybody at Creep-IE-Con next month. And like I said, we didn't get anything new in, so maybe we'll get something new in sometime soon and to show you some new stuff. And yeah, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for, following me on all of my pages, all of that. And thanks for having a really good 2023. Thank you for coming in and watching my little live show that I do. I love doing this with you guys. It's my one time that I really feel good and feel safe about talking about my opinions and how I feel about stuff and certain movies and things. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate that. And whenever y'all repost movies that I have suggested, and y'all have watched them and reposted and telling me thank you for the suggestion. Y'all don't know how much that really means to me. So it means a lot to me. Trust me. So I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Let me see what y'all are saying really quick before I go. Elaine, let me tell you this. We are going to the Halloween Expo. That is this month here in Las Vegas. And we already have it scheduled for our meeting with Fun World, right, Philip? Mm-hmm. Yes. We already have it scheduled with Fun World to do our order for the year. So if there's anything new going on with Ghostface, I will have pictures and video. It is later in the month. I think it's like the 23rd, 24th, 25th, I believe, is when the Halloween Expo is. And Trick or Treat Studios, they will have all their new stuff in their booth. And I always do a video at Trick or Treat Studios as well. So be on the lookout later in the month for that. Okay? And that'll be where you'll see all the new Ghostface Fun World items and all of the new Trick or Treat Studios items. And I will have videos and pictures. I will post. I will talk about it. So that is happening later in the month, y'all. It's going to be very exciting to see what new stuff comes out. All right. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all's kind words. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. And I can't wait to meet y'all and see y'all again at conventions and everything. So, yay. All right. Here's to 2024, y'all. Cheers. I will see y'all next week, and y'all have a spooky day. Bye.